When I was 19 years old, I received a 911 text message from my mother to call home and to call home urgently. I was over at my boyfriend's house, who would go on to be my husband, and it was about 8 or 9 o'clock at night. And I can remember just being really concerned about, well, what's wrong? Did I do something wrong? Was she mad at me? Like, why am I having to get home? It wasn't like her to do that. And so I knew that there was something wrong, and I could feel it in the pit of my stomach. And I remember the drive was probably 20 minutes, but it felt like it lasted forever. The moment I walked in the door and I saw the look on everyone's face, I knew that my life would forever be changed. My parents had been divorced for about 12 years, so my dad had just retired from the military and bought a home out in West Texas on a pecan farm. That was going to be his new dream, and he was going to move his family down. So him and a friend had gone to the house to get it ready and get it fixed up. It was a cold night in April, and my dad had to light the heater. And so he went to go light the pilot light on the heater, and when he was finished, the latch was faulty and the latch didn't close all the way. So when him and his friend went to sleep that night, the entire house filled with carbon monoxide poisoning, and my dad did not survive. He never woke up. That day forever changed me and the course of my life. I would go on for years, just getting married, having children, just living life, and always having that deep sense of void for the connection that me and my father had. I remember just thinking to myself, I had heard stories of people having visitations and dreams and things like that. And I remember feeling so bad because I never got that. And I was really, really close to my dad. And so it really affected me. And as I grew older and into my 20s and 30s, TV shows became more popular, and we were starting to see mediums on TV like John Edwards and Sylvia Brown. And I remember being so fascinated by all of it. I would stay up hours and hours to watch. I even would buy a tarot deck myself and just try to play. I had thought that only certain people were given this gift and you had to be special, and then I wasn't special. Later on, I would go on to be sick and tired of being sick and tired, and I was done and I wanted to heal. So I made a commitment to myself to start a self-development journey that included meditating and it included journaling. I even did artwork, just trying to bring up some childhood trauma and experiences to the surface so that I could heal them. During this course of transformation for myself, I began to become more aware of some abilities that I have. I started to get premonitions. I started to get dreams that would later come true. I knew then that self-development was key to mediumship development. And I remember getting a reading, and my very first reading was with a medium named Jennifer Farmer. And that one reading changed my entire life. I got all the closure and everything I needed. And I said, this is what I want to do. I want to help others heal. I want to help you heal from your trauma of loss. That's what I did. I set the intention. I set out to start develop through self-development, personal development, and my mediumship development. I believe when you're on the right path that everything just falls into alignment. And I can remember when I started this path, things kept happening and things kept being presented to me, and it just felt right. I ended up in Stansted, England, and I attended the world famous Arthur Findlay College. I came back to the States and found a mentor and a trainer, and I spent the next 5 years developing because I wanted to connect to my loved ones in spirit, and I wanted to help other people connect to their loved ones in spirit. And that's my journey to mediumship.